If you're into the Daily Bravo news, exclusive interviews, and just the mess, then don't miss my podcast, Up and Adam, where I'm your host, Adam Newell, on any and all platforms that you listen to your podcast. I'll see you soon.
Hi, Chantel.
Hey, Roxanne.
You guys, Chantel's upset with me because I made her watch What Happens Live. And she
Oh,
texted me and she was like, "This is the boringest thing I've ever seen. Can we just record?" And
seriously.
we still have 10 minutes left. Like something, let's just watch it. And she's like, "No, this is so boring. I don't care to watch Margaret on Watch What Happens Live." And I was like, "Oh God." I
No, she
still
was horrible on it. I swear, it's not me even just being a hater. Like, it was so boring. And I'm like, okay, like, nothing is being said. And, like, and every time she tries to talk, it's like she says
she's
things.
trying to prove something.
Yeah, and there it's like facts or like
Yeah.
or not even the facts thing. It's like of course we did that. Like nothing's wrong with it, you know? Like of
Yeah.
course we got ready and prepared for the Super Bowl. Of course. It's like what do you mean of course? Like Andy was looking at you like you're crazy. Like
Yes,
because
I
I
paid attention
guarantee
to
you
him.
yeah, I guarantee you majority of the housewives, 80% of them do not get ready, quote unquote, with the other people for the Super Bowl. They just like handle it when they see each other.
Or maybe they do call each other, but they don't literally all get together and say, "Let's have a plan. Like, what are we gonna do? How are we gonna do this? Let's say this. If they say this, let's do this." Like, they don't do that type of stuff. I 100% agree that they probably do call each other, but not like that. So, I'm sorry that I made you watch that. I'm sorry that I myself had to watch that because that was horrible. And you guys, again, I don't Sundays, New Jersey, I'm not feeling it. I'm not
Yeah, we
feeling
know
it.
because this is Rexian's 3rd week in a row where I was watching New Jersey and I don't
Live.
know live because we do on our Patreon, we like text on there or on that group chat, and Rexian was nowhere to be seen. Everyone's like, "Is this? Do we have the honor of Rexian or Chantal?" I'm like, "Chantal," and everyone's like, "Yeah, probably. Oh yeah, this is always Chantal."
You guys, on the weekends, I am doing something with my kids all the time. Like, I have no and it's 8 o'clock. Like, what are
Yeah,
you guys
it's like
doing?
not
Move it
even.
to
I
9 p.m.
know.
Like, I'm putting my kids to bed. What is this? Like, I'm like, "What the hell is this? Why is it at 8 p.m.?" Like, I need it at 9 p.m. And then it's like, even on top of that, because when we recorded, our podcast, people were like, "Did you guys happen to watch What Happens Live?" And it was when Melissa was on, and they were like, "There's so much bullshit lies on there. Did you watch it?" And we were like, "No," because it's like you have to wait until Summer House and then Watch What Happens Live comes, and it's too much. It's like, no, I'm not doing all that. So then we forget about Watch What Happens Live, and yeah, it's move the day, Bravo. Clearly, they know New Jersey is, like, over, or because it's like, move the damn day. Let's see, because the ratings have been going down. Let's see if the ratings this week have been going down. I will say I like this episode compared to
Yeah,
last week's episode.
I know, like, yeah, definitely better than last week's episode. It was like, some parts like it sucks when you watch live regardless. I always feel like takes away the fun in it. Like
I
sometimes
hate
just like
watching
I
live.
know. So you're just like, okay, come on. But no, I enjoyed this
See,
episode.
I didn't watch
Really
live,
good.
so it was nice for me because I
Yeah.
was like, it was so chilling and stuff. Yeah, I texted you. I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna make it. I was feeding out. I'm like, the kids were putting them to bed. In my house downstairs right now, because we went to a pool, I have like a million things I need to like organize and put in the laundry. And I'm like, okay, but you know what? We're here. We're ready to talk. And I have a lot to say, Chantal.
Okay, yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to hear your opinion
Me
on
too. I
this.
want to know what your opinion on this whole episode is. So, I mean, we like, again, back to Watch What Happens Live. We'll touch on it, but oh my, don't waste your time, people. Don't even watch the
No,
clips
like literally
online. Don't
there was
even.
yeah, there was not even anything said that was
No.
like except that she's backing down on like that Teresa for sure dish because you guys all seen it. It's like Andy would have no, like no,
Wait, that
no.
she what?
She was basically saying that Bravo saw the records of like
Oh
Louis
my
calling his
god, oh
son.
my god, I wrote about that, I can't, yeah, this oh my gosh, I can't. Alright, let's start with the episode, though. There are some stories about my father's life that I truly never get tired of hearing. From hilarious to heartfelt, tear jerking to plot twisting, his retelling of events always brings me joy. Just in time for Father's Day, I found the perfect gift that captures all his stories from my family forever. It's called Storyworth. Storyworth helps you preserve precious memories and stories for your fathers for years to come. Here's how it works. Each week, Storyworth emails your loved ones a thought provoking questions that you get to help pick. Storyworth makes the writing process a breeze. All your loved one needs to do is respond to that email with a story. Long or short, it doesn't matter. You'll be emailed a copy of your loved one's response as they're submitted over the course of the year. You'll get to enjoy their retelling of stories you already know or be surprised by stories you never heard before. After that year of fun, Storyworth compiles your loved one's stories and photos into a beautiful keepsake hardcover book that you'll be able to share and revisit for generations to come. You can even keep a copy of the book for yourself, which I plan to do and share with my children so that they get to know their grandpa a little bit better. Families love Storyworth. That's why it has more than 25,000 five-star reviews on Trustpilot, with millions of stories preserved since they were founded over 10 years ago. Give the fathers in your life a unique, heartfelt gift you'll all cherish for years. Storyworth. Right now, save $10 on your first purchase when you go to storyworth.com/allabout. That's storyworth.com/allabout to save $10 on your first purchase. By the way, I just wanted to say this. I felt like, and I don't know if you felt like this, but I felt like Jen Fessler was so uncomfortable staying at the Fuda's Jersey Shore house. And they were going, above and beyond to make her feel uncomfortable. So the worst thing to me that someone can do when you're hosting and someone's staying at your house is make a guest feel uncomfortable. And I felt like that's exactly what they were doing.
And you know what? Like, it's just like Rachel just has RBF. So, like, when, or Bravo
Oh my
Lover.
God.
And so, like, when it's like waking up and you just seeing that, and like, she just has that, like,
Resting bitch face.
yeah. But she just has this, like, feeling and demeanor of like unwelcomeness. So I'm just
Ugh.
like, no, get me out.
Well, for me, I'd always prefer to stay in a hotel though, because it's one thing if everyone has like an Airbnb together, but I really don't like staying at people's houses unless it's family.
Yeah. I mean, but I'm sure if like you're friends and like it's for the show, you would like just do it. But yeah, I'm sure it's
Oh yeah,
uncomfortable
for
at
the show I
times.
would do it, but in real life I wouldn't. I don't like that. I'd rather just be in a hotel to be quite honest. I don't know. So, Fuda Lips asked Jen Fessler why she went missing at the party, and Jen is like, "Obviously, you saw me
You
speaking with
know,
Teresa.
yeah.
I
He's
fucking,
like,
I Fessler is like straight up, like she doesn't even try to play like where she's gonna, say it in a certain way. Like she's like, you obviously saw me speaking with Teresa. That's where you're getting at, and she's 100% honest with Bravo Lover 1234, aka Rachel Fuda, and she was honest about the conversation. Did you expect her to like say it differently or something?
I do think she like made it seem like she said more to Teresa than she did. It's like Fessler is very messy. So like I love her because she does say a lot of things that were like heck yeah, but then she like is like lying on some parts too.
Oh, so you felt like she was lying about some things?
Yeah, like I feel like she like made it seem like did like said stuff to Teresa and like made her know how she feels, and it's like you didn't really like you really didn't do that in the conversation that we saw on screen.
I don't know, I didn't get that vibe. Maybe I missed something. I don't know. But Rachel Fuda in her confessional does say that Jen Fessler is stupid for even speaking with Teresa. But Jen Fessler, just like she had mentioned, she has no beef with Teresa. So if Teresa's going to pull her aside, she can talk to her.
Yeah, no, for 100%.
Dolores talks to Jen Aiden about the status with Melissa Gorga, and Jennifer Aiden seems like she's open to moving forward with Melissa, but she's so tired of being the first one who has to initiate something with her. And Jennifer's tired of feeling like chump. And side note, I just wanted to say this. Look how Teresa's 100% okay with Jennifer being good with Melissa again. And Jennifer, because if like we didn't see this or anything, but obviously, Jennifer wouldn't be saying, "I'm good with moving forward," if Teresa was, like, on her ass about it like the other side is.
Oh, 100%. And it's weird because like you're talking about years and years of friendship compared
Yeah,
to like we'll get into that more because I'm literally was so weirded out by like they
the
just
Jen
all became
Fessler.
friends. Yeah, they just
Yeah,
became friends. Like what are you guys like why are you guys like acting this way all of a
I
sudden? It's
know,
so crazy.
I know. The fact that Melissa Gorga says Jennifer Aiden spread the cheating rumor about her when it was Margaret Josephs who opened her big mouth is laughable. Like I can't believe that she'll even say that. Yes, like it was brought to the show, but this all came from Margaret Josephs at the end of the day.
100%.
Margaret told her best friend, who then, even on a podcast with us talked about how Margaret told her, and that's how it came out. Margaret Josephs is, again, behind every single thing that has happened on the show, and she probably feels good about it because she's probably like, "I'm the reason the show has these storylines," but the storylines are so icky and that everyone's over it. Everyone's over, everything that like, it's so toxic, you know?
No, I agree.
And so but I do feel like low-key Margaret probably does feel like, "I'm the reason the show's successful. If you think about it, I was behind all these rumors."
Yeah, but, like, it's like, we didn't need you before the
Right,
7th
right.
season, so, like, you don't
Well, but
this
now
sh
it's more toxic than ever, so it's like you were
Yeah,
behind it, and now loyal people are losing interest in the show.
exactly.
Melissa is confused on Jennifer Aiden having a problem with her, and it's like, did we forget that Joe Gorga basically attacked and cussed out Jennifer Aiden at BravoCon? The fact that this was still never discussed on the show or Watch What Happens Live is vile.
Yeah, and she knows that, and she again loves to, like, play
Yeah.
this thing that, like, these are facts,
Oh,
like, "Oh,
we did
she's no
nothing.
reason." Yeah.
Yeah. Jennifer Aiden says Melissa and Joe never take accountability, and this is 100% true. Melissa has never taken accountability throughout her entire time on the show. Again, me and Chantal are rewatching and we're recapping on our Patreon, and I promise she never takes accountability on anything. Never from the very beginning. And that's why we've always had an issue with Melissa because I feel like if she did take accountability, and I know sometimes people say Teresa hasn't, go watch back and you'll see Teresa every time just because she wants peace, take accountability.
Yeah,
So if Melissa took some accountability, I feel like we'd be a little bit more open to her.
100%. Like, I think,
Yeah.
like yeah, I just what you said, honestly.
Yeah. Bill did bug me when Joe Gorga called him to invite him to his birthday because why isn't his phone on speaker?
Oh, yeah, I was dying when she said that, but you know what? Like, I literally but the way he responded made up for it.
I know, but that shit doesn't slide with me. Like my husband would already know to put it on speaker, and then like Bill gets up and he walks away, and I would literally be like, "What the hell are you doing?" Like at the end of the day, Joe has it on speaker for everyone, and it's like I want to hear what he's about to say because it's gonna be maybe he's gonna mention me or whatever. But Joe says, "I miss you, my brother," and Bill calls him his brother, and I would be on 10. But Bill did make it, like you said, a little bit better when he said he's not comfortable coming because where Melissa and Jennifer are at, and they should have a conversation. But,
Yeah, like, he was just like,
still.
no he to me, it was like, no nonsense, he went straight to the point, like, "Thank you so much, but
Yeah.
no." Like, he even though he pissed me off that he, like, walked away and didn't put on speakerphone, but it's like, again, he doesn't want this nonsense of, like, everyone hearing his conversation, like, he's just like a stand-up guy to me when he did that.
And yeah, exactly. No, he really is. And I think though for Jennifer, I mean, we just think about what happened at BravoCon and the fact that they've used Bill not having Jennifer's back against them. Like they've told her, like, "I'm sorry that your husband doesn't have your back."
But, like, okay, 2 things here in that whole scene. First of all, it was funny when Dolores like, I didn't say anything, but it's like, "Dolores, you just had a conversation with Margaret on the phone." Like, she for sure went and told, Melissa, you're the conversation you guys had. And
Yeah,
2, how are you inviting someone day of and, like, thinking they might come? It's
I
literally the
know.
day of the party. Like, I just can't handle them.
I'm sure behind the
It's
scenes
just fake.
producers, yeah, behind the scenes, like, producers have, like, a hand in that where they're like, "Maybe you should call Jennifer and, like, invite her," and then they probably tell Jennifer, "Hey, Jennifer, you might get an invite. Would you go? If you do," like, that's how the show works. It is, like,
Yeah,
yeah, that's how it works, so but, yeah, in real life, that's not realistic at all, and if you really wanted them there, you wouldn't do it the day of.
exactly.
At Teresa's house, Gabriella's getting ready to leave to Michigan. Hey,
I know, I'm like, "Yes,
Michigan.
welcome to
Mhm.
Michigan."
Yeah. I swear, in Michigan, really, I feel like Michigan gets a bad rep, but it's so great here.
I don't really see the bad rap in Michigan.
Okay, maybe it doesn't. Maybe
Yeah.
back in the day it did. I don't know.
Detroit sometimes does, but overall Michigan, where especially where
Yeah, that's
Gabrielle's
true.
going, Ann Arbor, like a great
Yeah.
city, like.
I just want to say when it comes to Teresa's family scenes, I'm either all smiles or crying the entire
Yeah.
time I watch the scenes.
No, it's really why. Why are we always so, like, emotionally
Uh-huh.
invested and emotionally wrapped with their
It's so
family?
crazy. But yeah, I was definitely crying in this scene, and that's when I was like, "Why am I fucking crying right now?" But it's so real, dude. It's so authentic, and Gia's obviously devastated because Gabriella's leaving, and I just love their bond. And then Juicy Joe calls, and it's so funny seeing him talk with Teresa.
I know Teresa's like, "Okay, why are you showing me the phone? I'm crying." And she's like, "We're all
Yeah,
crying. Who cares?" But and it's
I
like
know.
that was your husband for like so
I
long,
know,
you know? It's
it's
so
so crazy.
crazy.
But you can tell she's like, "What up, Joe?" Like, she's
Yeah.
so over him, you know? Um,
It's like, "Pay for
l
the college, my dude."
Yeah, right, but she's still so respectful. Like, I would be so bitter towards Joe, I'm not gonna lie.
She's
She's
very
not at
good at
all.
but that's a good thing about her. It's like, again, she's very good about
Yeah,
letting things go and just
yeah,
like letting it go for the peace for herself. Like she wants to protect her peace at all costs and like
I
hanging on
know.
to that anger is not gonna do anything for her or her
Yeah, it's
kids.
such a great thing, yeah. So Louis comes in and he has a great relationship with Juicy Joe, so I love to see that.
Yeah, their relationship seems so cute to me. It was like,
Yeah,
"Hey,
he's
what's
like, "Hey,
up?"
brother. What's
Yeah,
up
I
with
was
this
like,
brother?"
I know.
They're all saying that, really, they're using that term loosely, huh?
Yeah.
Um,
You could just tell the relationship's respectful. Like
yeah,
it's not,
exactly.
it's not like awkwardness of them. Like, and I love that. I mean, at the end of
Yeah,
the day, like he's living with their four daughters, and
yeah. Daughters. Yeah, I don't know how
daughters.
people say it. Interesting enough, they asked Teresa if Juicy Joe is helping her pay for Gabriella's college, and she says no, but that he's still trying to get his life together. And then we find out that Louis is helping Teresa, but so she and Louis are both paying for Gabriella's college. And when people like Margaret say, "Why is Teresa on the show if she's so wealthy?" I mean, paying for four girls' colleges is not easy, even if someone else is helping.
Yeah, no, like it made me so mad now thinking about even more how like they made fun of her for working when it's like, look where her daughters are going.
I know. You know how expensive that is?
And University of Michigan is the one of the most expensive schools. Like
I
it's
know.
so crazy to even like get a bachelor's there.
And she has, like, 4 kids that she has to pay for college, like, holy mo I mean, I have 4 kids too. I told my husband's like he's like, "We're paying for our kids' colleges no matter what." And I was like, "Okay, well, like, let's see, let's see." I mean, like, it will teach them some responsibility if they also, or maybe independence, and I'm just, like, using that, and he's like, "No, we're paying for it." Like, that he's all about that.
Okay, let's see if we all have enough money to do that.
Depends what college they go to. Shoot, like, yeah, U of M is
Seriously.
expensive. Well, because my husband went
It's
to
like
law
almost
school and
like it's
his
like literally
parents
like
did.
almost 20,000 a year plus you have to pay for their apartment to live on. Like it's a lot. It's a lot of
No, yeah.
money.
No, no, it's holy moly. But
Yep.
um so Teresa and Louis end up talking about Foodie Lips and they think what we all think that he's a joke at the end of the day.
Yep.
By the way, Danielle has been
Well, hold
extremely
on. Louis,
irrelevant. Oh,
I know, but Louis does say he like says like that guy is ugly or something. It was the most funniest thing. I was like,
I know,
what?
I was
He was so
dying.
funny.
I mean, I don't, the thing is, like, I feel like he just looks weird now, like a character. Like, he just looks, it's not a good look. So, you
Yeah.
know how it's like a second season glow up? It's not, it's weird.
Yeah, it's uncomfortable to look at.
I know. To me,
And oh, sorry, and maybe it wouldn't be as uncomfortable if you weren't so in her faces about everything and like
I
you act like
know,
a
I
freaking
swear
person.
to
Like if you're just like
God.
a loving husband, like not all the husbands are cute, like Jen Fessler's husband's not the cutest either, but like you're just
Oh my
I'm just
God.
I'm just saying like it's okay. Like we're not gonna come attack you like for that, but like you don't have to be all in our faces. That's what makes you even more uglier is your
Yeah,
personality.
definitely. Danielle has been extremely irrelevant this season so far.
So is Jen. I think they're really like
Jen
not.
Aiden?
Yeah, they John
Yeah.
Aiden is not on the show. Like it's the third episode, and I like barely have seen her. I know the first episode she was out of town and stuff, but they're definitely like editing them out, both of them.
You think?
Yeah,
Yeah, it could be. It really could be
it's
because,
really
like,
weird. Like like from someone who went from first season who was so obnoxious and so loud, we barely see any scenes with her,
who,
and
Danielle?
yeah, and
Yeah,
then
I know. I forget that she's on the show.
yeah, they're definitely icing them out.
Yeah. I mean, I'm telling you, the show is like I don't know what they can do with this show now. But anyways, um, I was dying when Jennifer Aiden told Dolores that Dolores was dressed so Jersey Shore when she was going to Joe Gorga's birthday because I didn't get that vibe at all.
No, I didn't either.
Yeah, I was like, wait, what? I didn't think so. Like she was like, I know Dolores was like, I was trying to go for Italy, and I was like, yeah, I do feel that.
I
I
didn't see
felt
that
that.
either. I just saw it like a summer outfit, but
Yeah. Melissa and Joe's party is so boring. It's the same thing every single time. And I'm not just saying this because they aren't our favorite. It really is just the same party, same scene, same people, same house, same jokes. It's not
and
fun watching.
doesn't she have another like Italian themed party in the season? Like it's so weird that she's having doesn't she? I don't know. Someone else does
I don't
maybe. I don't
know.
know,
I
but
don't
it's like
know.
It's like there's another Italian. It's like, "Okay, we get it. You guys are Italian. Do you even speak
Yeah.
Italian? I'm
Yeah.
confused."
The friends of come to the party, Tiffany and Kayla, and again, we
Yeah,
see nothing with them.
I
Just
know,
them
but
asking about Antonia going to college.
Tiffany's more involved because, like, she seems more involved because, I was rewatching last episode because I really didn't catch them, and then, like, and then this episode, like, she's there, she's asking questions. Like, I feel like I would like her a little bit.
But
Who
still,
is she friends with? Who does she come from?
I don't know who they introduced her. I mean, see, they didn't even
I
they
know.
haven't even introduced that, so I don't know.
Yeah.
So again, another fail with Jersey. I don't know what's happening. The guys are sitting, and Joe says he doesn't want Polly and Fuda Lips to fight. And Polly feels like, well, I was gonna say Chantal. Polly feels like home to me. Like he to me, like we're so used to Polly's in our life. And Polly basically says, if you have a problem with someone, that's your problem. Leave me out of it. And Fuda Lips still doesn't understand that. But I died when Frank Catania, out of nowhere was like, he looks at Fuda Lips and he's like, but do you really use a double-sided dildo? Like Fuda Lips is low key crying through those
I
laughs.
know because,
Oh
like,
my
it's
gosh,
so embarrassing, and,
it
like,
really
it's like,
is.
you got what you like, you literally got what you deserved. Like,
I know,
you got all this stuff
I
coming out
know,
at from you because, like, you were so excited and so happy to do it to someone else sometimes.
I
So it's just like,
know,
I
I
don't know.
know. Princess Gorga
I don't even ever wanna use the word karma anymore, but, like, that's, like, what I was trying to
I
say.
know, I know. Princess Gorga doesn't want Fuda Lips to feel uncomfortable with that, so Princess tries to shut Frank Catania up with that. But imagine if someone said Louis use a double-sided dildo, we would hear it from these men every 2
Oh,
seconds.
every second,
Yeah, I know.
they would be clowning so hard.
Right. Margaret tells Bravo Lover 1234 how Jennifer declined an invite to come to the party. Well, Bill did. And I actually liked what Rachel Fuda had to say. She was like, I wouldn't come either if I was Jennifer. And then she's like, if Teresa invited me, that would be weird to go. And Margaret's like, no, it's not the same. But it is because Joe literally caused a scene at BravoCon and was cussing Jen Aiden out. So
I
it
know,
is
but
very uncomfortable.
I like that she said that I wouldn't come either, but then when she compared her relationship with Teresa compared to Jennifer and Melissa's, it's weird. You've known Teresa one season. Jennifer and Melissa have known each other for so long. Like there's so much more history there. So
But
it's like,
Margaret thinks that it's not even like, I feel like Margaret thinks it's not even comparable because it's worse or something.
oh, I just
Which I
like
don't know.
the way I took it was just like she's like, okay, like to like Bravo Lover, like calm down. Like
Yeah,
you're barely even like in a fight with Teresa. Like why are you
and
saying
you
that, you
barely know
know?
her, dude, like, you don't
Yeah,
know her.
that's how I took it with when it came to her.
Then Margaret Joseph says she needs to talk to Jen Fessler and asks if Bravo Lover 1234 is annoyed with Jen. She obviously is. And over at Teresa's, she's having a dinner with her family. You guys, I would be good watching them the entire episode.
Oh my god, 100%. It was like the best
That's
thing
way
ever. I
more
think that's why I
interesting to
love this
me.
episode too.
I know, that's way more interesting to me, like, I genuinely love watching them. It's not forced, it's so authentic, the way the girls are. You say what you want about Teresa, even if you're not her biggest fan, even if you're like, "Oh, she's the worst," the way her daughters are, how she raised her children is amazing.
Oh yeah. I mean, like I think any mom would love to have four
Oh my
daughters as close
gosh,
as they are and like the one like
exactly.
how they like uplift each other and like they talk about each
Yeah.
other. It's so cute. Like the way we were devils to my sisters, like all of us to each other was not normal.
Yeah, but she did say, like, they used to fight when they were kids, like, that stuff is normal, but
Yeah.
even just, like, how smart they are, like, Gabrielle's literally going to U of M, it's very hard to get accepted there,
Yeah.
so that's amazing. It could have been really hard, they've gone through a lot in their life, with, like, everything o out there, then, their parents going to jail, it could have been, bad, and they just all came out on top, and it's amazing to see. So Frank is getting engaged to Brittany, and I love that for them. I agree with Dolores that he's more than ready to get married and settle down now. I mean, he's clearly had his fun.
Oh, you're literally.
Yeah,
But then he threw shade and it was like, I thought you guys would get engaged before like we did or
I
something.
know. And Polly's like, shut the fuck up. I mean, he
I
didn't
know.
say that, but he's thinking that for sure.
I really do love Polly.
Me too. I do. I just do. He's a man to me. That's why. So I feel him. And that's why Chantal, I was like, he feels like home. I feel like we know so many guys like that.
I agree.
Yeah. Margaret is triggered that Jen Fessler was speaking with Teresa, so she starts making fun of how Teresa looked when Teresa was talking. And Margaret truly is the last person who should be making fun of anyone
Serious?
because that
Seriously.
was
And like
weird.
And, like, have you guys seen her pink confessional look where it's, like, all of her pink eyeshadow, blush, and all of that? The pinkness is just a lot. It's like you pink eye.
I love pink.
Yeah, but did you like that on her?
I don't even recall that. See, I
Okay,
don't
I'm
pay
gonna show
attention.
it to you.
I think what the scariest thing is Rachel Fuda's, like, flower on her shirt thing or dress. That's a weird thing. I don't know. I don't like that. So they all agree that they got together to take Louis down, and Margaret says Louis at the end of the day took his own self down. So then it's like, okay, so if he took his own self down, then why do you have to meet to discuss and plan things if Louis did that to himself? I'm confused.
Yeah, seriously.
Because they all need to make sure that they're because like we always say this, they always say things like it's a fact. So they all have to make sure they're
Yes.
on the same page when things come out. Or how can we twist this to make Louis even like on Watch What Happens Live when Margaret talks about the case with Louis and then how she like says, like, oh, she had a restraining order on Louis. And it's like, no, first off, that was dismissed and it proved that she did not like Louis needs the fucking restraining order. In fact, the judge literally says that, the ex is obsessed with Louis. So it's like the fact that she even tries to do that, like, I can't stand these people, you guys. I just can't. And then Margaret does the worst type of thing a friend can do. She throws Jen Fessler under the bus. She says, "You talk shit about Louis yourself."
Oh, and she
It
goes, like, all the time, like, the way she made it seem like she was crazy
Yeah.
here.
And that's, like, the worst, like, you know, when you're, like me and Chantal, if we're kikiing and then all of a sudden we're in front of everyone and she's like, "Roxanne, you literally talk shit about him all the time," and I'm like, "Alright, bitch, I talk shit about him to you, like, please don't ever blast me. This is, like, off the record type of thing." And who even knows if she does, but Jackie gets involved and she's like, "Why does it even matter what other people think of Louis? Why are you getting so worked up? And you know Margaret doesn't like this." And she's like, "Don't speak for Jen Fessler." Then Margaret brings up how Jackie is a lawyer and so smart, throwing shade in her confessional, but she just can't handle being called out. So she tells Rachel Fuda that Jackie's pissing her off. No one can say anything to Margaret, and Margaret's losing it. She is so triggered.
Oh my gosh, she was so triggered, you guys.
Then she talks shit. The truth was coming out with Margaret. She's talking to Jen Fessler. She's like, "Let me get a word in. You overtalk everybody." And then I'm like, "Oh my god!" Now she's talking shit to Margaret. Like, tell us how you really, or to Jen Fessler. It's like, tell us how you really feel.
I know, and then, like, and then oh, yeah, keep going 'cause I wanna talk more about Bravo
No.
Lover 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, okay.
Well, no,
Uh,
I do wanna one thing I do wanna say is that I think this is our first time seeing, a problem with Margaret and, Jackie. So, like, I'm sure,
yeah,
like, a lot of people that are not on social media are very confused because, like, the way she went off on her confessional was like, "Okay,
yeah,
whoa, you really don't
yeah.
like her."
The episode did make me respect Jen Fessler so much because Margaret and Melissa and Rachel are the type who want you to choose sides. And she looked Margaret dead in the face and said, "I'm not your soldier." Jen Fessler says, "As a friend, I got you, but I'm not going to be you and say things how you want me to say it." And
100%.
And I was
Let's
like,
go.
"Oh my gosh, Fessler." And, the fact that Bravo disrespected Jen Fessler by not making her full-time is wild to me because she's in
I
every fucking scene.
know. Like,
She's in every scene.
she's surrounded on everything, like, on every drama, she's the
She's gotten more,
then
footage than
Dolores, Jennifer,
Jennifer
and
Aydin, then Melissa Gorga,
yeah,
and Danielle.
Danielle.
So it's like, why isn't Jen Fessler full-time? Like, I
I
don't understand
agree.
that. Yeah. Bravo Lover 1, 2, 3, 4 acts like she and Jen Fessler have been best friends, but they
Oh my
literally met
god.
last season. Rachel literally walks away. She breaks down. She says it's hard to see Jen be okay with Teresa when Teresa's trying to hurt her family. I mean, can we talk about how this all started? Fuda Lips, had a plan to take Louis down, which is Teresa's family. I'd actually feel bad for Rachel if she wasn't the biggest hypocrite ever.
Yeah, to me, the whole thing is like why she's sitting there trying to act like she's an angel and they've done nothing
Right.
wrong in the
Yeah.
situation, and then the way that she's breaks down and you're crying that someone had a conversation with
Right.
Teresa, like they're not like best friends, like Fester's like we're not
Yeah.
best friends, like we had a
It was one
conversation, like why
conversation.
are you crying? Why are you freaking out? It was really weird, and it's like I'm not gonna tell you to not be friends with her, but you are telling her to not be friends with her.
Right. Then
Your
Margaret
actions are.
Right, and then Margaret tells Jen Fessler, "You knew us first." Like, what does that mean?
It was
They
really
were you do
scary.
I want everyone to know that Jen Fessler and Margaret were never real friends before the show, okay?
Oh
Like, let's
yeah.
make that apparent, so I'm so confused by this. Margaret says that Jen Fessler is scared, and that's why she's doing this, but what does she have to be scared about?
I don't know. I don't
No,
know.
I'm truly confused. Then Danielle chimes in when,
Oh my god.
yeah, and when when Rachel had walked away, and she says in her confessional that Jen Fessler has no loyalty. Girl, bye, like, who are you?
And then she was like making it seem like, Rachel has every right to be mad.
Yeah, and I was like, "What?
She came
What do
into
you?"
this friend group to be friends with all of you guys. So, like, why can you sit there and be friends with both sides
Yeah.
and be cool and she can't?
Yeah, and that's the
But maybe
thing.
but that's why sometimes I do think that's where Fessler gets in trouble because she probably is like the one like talking shit all the time to them low key. So it's like where are you in this?
But
You know?
Chantal, why is it okay for Danielle to be friends with, but you just made a great point.
I
Why can
know.
Danielle be friends with both sides, even though like Teresa feels Melissa has hurt her, but then when Jen Fessler tries to do it, they're like, no, that's not okay.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Yeah. The most awkward scene was when Foodie Lips was talking to Danielle and he's like, I'm happy I got to know you. And I'm like, this is so
Oh my god, I'm
awkward.
dying that you said that because like in our chat, I was like, you guys, did he just say like I'm so glad? Like, why he's a girl.
No, he really is. He's a brata. Like that means girl in Chaldean. And it's like, oh my gosh, like
Or is
that
this
is
for
so
real? Like, is this like real
Scrivener.
stuff? Or like is he like constantly thinking of like the cameras and saying like, oh, how am I gonna look good right now?
I know. It was so weird. It's very, very weird. I feel like, because he knows that Rachel wants to try with Danielle because Danielle did look good her first season. But man, you guys, Bravo's really icing them out because we're not seeing shit with them. So
Yeah, they're probably really mad about like, what's gonna come in the season.
yeah. So, yeah, that's really the episode. I mean, okay, so with Watch What Happens Live, all I got that was that Andy Cohen called out Margaret for trying to govern Jen's friendship with Teresa and Margaret. With Teresa, then Margaret denies that doing this, but we literally just watched her do it. And then she starts stuttering and she says that Jen Fessler is still one of her closest friends, but she calls Jen Fessler weak sauce. That's a
Yeah.
friend I wouldn't want to have.
Like the way that they just like go after each other is a lot.
I know. Yeah, it was so awkward also on Watch What Happens Live because they show a throwback of Margaret and it wasn't meant to talk about like her appearance, but
Yeah.
as soon as they show like Margaret, like it finishes, Margaret says, well, thank God I had plastic surgery. And Andy's like, oh, whoa, like, no, you look great, and I was just like, oh, that's like kind of sad that
Like, yeah, cause like, the whole time she's looking, she's probably, like, dying about, like, her
how
appearance, and
she
it's like
looks. That's all.
yeah,
Yeah,
but,
not
like, you
that.
should you should just see what you were saying and, like, where you came from, with it.
Yeah, yeah.
We're all, like,
But
so warped with our, looks, man.
I mean, Chantal, we would be too. Let's be
I
real.
know, I said we all are wrapped up with our
Oh,
looks.
yeah, I thought you said
Yeah.
they all are. I'm like, "Dude, we
No.
totally." Imagine being on TV, it's hard not to be, and people I mean, we point out things, like, we see things, I mean, Rachel Fuda looks like Whoville, I mean, but,
No,
like, that
trust
was,
me,
like,
I
her
know.
doing plastic surgery. I've seen pictures of Rachel before, and, I think she looks way better before than she does now. I think she looks like, I don't know what she looks like. It's like she looks like a Snapchat filter that it's like an animal, like, filter or something.
Yeah, no, it's definitely a lot
Yeah, I don't know.
watching them all.
Yeah, and then, like, also, like, watching them and they're all, like, so skinny on Ozempic, and I'm just like, "Holy moly," like, this is, like, a lot to
I
see.
think that's why too.
Yeah, I know, it's like everyone's just so, so thin. Um, but yeah, anything else from the episode?
No, I don't think so. I think you got all the points, honestly.
Yeah, I'm just, again, not feeling this on Sunday. I'm gonna try to, like, watch live and everything, but it's just hard out here. I hope they change it. I hope now that Summer House, I think they're getting a reunion. I hope now that that's over, they at least move the time to 9. If they move the time to 9, I feel like everyone would be a lot more relaxed watching this.
I'll be so happy. Like I'd be so even like different day, different time, whatever. Let's do
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, I agree. But thank you guys so much for listening. I think that's all we got. We hope you guys have a great week.
Yes. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Seeking the truth never gets old. Introducing June's Journey, the free-to-play mobile game that will immerse you in a thrilling murder mystery. Join June Parker as she uncovers hidden objects and clues to solve her sister's death in a beautifully illustrated world set in the Roaring '20s. With new chapters added every week, the excitement never ends. Download June's Journey now on your Android or iOS device, or play on PC through Facebook Games.